Welcome back to Bible Quiz, the Bible channel of Bible lovers. Get ready to test your knowledge with our expert-level Bible quiz. We've put together 25 challenging questions that will take you on a journey through the life and teachings of Jesus Christ. If you consider yourself a Bible expert, now's your chance to prove it. And even if some of the questions stump you, this quiz is a great opportunity to learn more about Jesus' ministry and the early days of Christianity. All right, let's get started with question number 1. Who did the people of Jerusalem think Jesus was, according to John chapter 7? Answer, the Christ. In John 7 verse 41, some people said, "This is the Christ," while others questioned if Christ could come from Galilee, indicating a division among the people about Jesus' identity. What did Jesus say would happen to those who keep his word? Answer, they will never see death. In John 8 verse 51, Jesus says, "Verily, verily, I say unto you, if a man keep my saying, he shall never see death." What did Jesus instruct his disciples to say when entering a house? Answer, peace be to this house. In Luke 10 verse 5, Jesus instructed his disciples to say, "Peace be to this house," when they entered a home. This was part of his guidance as he sent them out to spread his teachings. Who denied knowing Jesus 3 times before the rooster crowed? Answer, Peter. According to the Gospel of Matthew, Peter denied knowing Jesus 3 times before the rooster crowed, fulfilling Jesus' prediction. This event is detailed in Matthew 26 verses 69 to 75, where Peter's denial is described, and he remembers Jesus' words, leading him to weep bitterly. Who did Peter say Jesus was in Luke chapter 9? Answer, the Christ of God. In Luke 9 verse 20, Peter answers Jesus' question about his identity by saying, "The Christ of God." This declaration acknowledges Jesus as the Messiah, the anointed one sent by God. What did Jesus instruct the leper to do after healing him? Answer, go and show himself to the priest. After healing the leper, Jesus instructed him to see thou say nothing to any man, but go thy way, shew thyself to the priest, and offer for thy cleansing those things which Moses commanded, for a testimony unto them. What did Jesus say about serving others in Mark chapter 10? Answer: He said the greatest among you should be your servant. In Mark 10 verses 43 to 45, Jesus teaches that true greatness comes from serving others, stating, "But so shall it not be among you, but whosoever will be great among you shall be your minister, and whosoever of you will be the chiefest shall be servant of all. For even the Son of Man came not to be ministered unto, but to minister, and to give his life a ransom for many." What did Jesus instruct his disciples to do when they reached the village near Jerusalem? Answer: Find a colt and bring it to him. In Mark 11 verse 2, Jesus instructed his disciples to go into the village and find a colt tied, which no one had ever ridden, and bring it to him. This event is part of the triumphal entry into Jerusalem, where people spread their garments and branches on the road, shouting Hosanna. What event is described in Matthew 17 where Jesus' appearance was transformed and a voice from a cloud declared him as the beloved Son? Answer: The Transfiguration of Jesus. In Matthew 17, Jesus is transfigured before Peter, James, and John. His face shines like the sun, and his clothes become as white as the light. Moses and Elijah appear, and a voice from a bright cloud says, "This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. Hear ye him." Who asked Jesus how many times he should forgive his brother? Answer: Peter. In Matthew 18 verse 21, Peter came to Jesus and asked, "Lord, how oft shall my brother sin against me, and I forgive him? Till 7 times?" This question led to Jesus' teaching about the importance of forgiveness. What did John see in the midst of the 7 golden candlesticks in Revelation chapter 1? Answer: One like unto the Son of Man. In Revelation 1 verse 13, John describes seeing one like unto the Son of Man in the midst of the 7 golden candlesticks, clothed with a garment down to the foot and girt about the paps with a golden girdle. What did Jesus say about the difficulty for a rich man to enter the kingdom of God? Answer: It is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle. In Matthew 19 verse 24, Jesus said, "And again I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of God." What did Jesus do to restore the blind man's sight in Mark chapter 8? Answer: He laid his hands on him twice. In Mark 8 verses 22 to 25, Jesus first laid his hands on the blind man, who then saw people as trees walking. Jesus laid his hands on him again, and his sight was fully restored. What did Jesus say was necessary to cast out the kind of spirit that possessed the boy brought to him? Answer: prayer and fasting. In Mark 9 verse 29, Jesus explained to his disciples that the kind of spirit that possessed the boy could only be cast out by prayer and fasting. This highlights the importance of spiritual discipline and reliance on God in overcoming such challenges. What did the people of Nazareth attempt to do to Jesus after he spoke in the synagogue? Answer: they attempted to throw him off a cliff. After Jesus spoke in the synagogue in Nazareth, the people were filled with wrath and led him to the brow of the hill on which their city was built, intending to cast him down headlong. However, he passed through the midst of them and went his way. What did Jesus say is the greatest commandment in the law? Answer: to love the Lord your God with all your heart. In Matthew 22 verses 37 to 38, Jesus states, "Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind." This is the first and great commandment. What did Jesus declare about himself in John chapter 10? Answer: I am the door of the sheep. In John 10 verse 7, Jesus says, "Verily, verily, I say unto you, I am the door of the sheep." This metaphor illustrates Jesus as the gateway to salvation and protection for his followers. What did Jesus instruct his disciples to do to prepare for the Passover? Answer: find a man carrying a pitcher of water and follow him. Jesus instructed two of his disciples to go into the city where they would meet a man carrying a pitcher of water, whom they should follow to prepare for the Passover. This is detailed in Mark 14 verses 13 to 15, "And he sendeth forth two of his disciples, and saith unto them, Go ye into the city, and there shall meet you a man bearing a pitcher of water, follow him. And wheresoever he shall go in, say ye to the goodman of the house, The master saith, Where is the guest chamber, where I shall eat the Passover with my disciples? And he will shew you a large upper room furnished and prepared, there make ready for us." What did Jesus declare to Martha about himself when she expressed her belief in the resurrection? Answer: I am the resurrection and the life. Jesus declared to Martha, "I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live." John 11 verse 25. What did Jesus say would make people free according to John chapter 8? Answer: the truth. In John 8 verse 32, Jesus says, "And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free." This statement emphasizes the liberating power of truth as taught by Jesus. What did Jesus say to the Canaanite woman who asked for her daughter to be healed? Answer: it is not right to take the children's bread and toss it to the dogs. In Matthew 15 verse 26, Jesus initially responds to the Canaanite woman by saying, "It is not meet to take the children's bread and to cast it to dogs," highlighting the focus of his mission to the Israelites. What did Jesus say about confessing him before others? Answer: he will confess them before his Father. In Matthew 10 verse 32, Jesus states, "Whosoever therefore shall confess me before men, him will I confess also before my Father which is in heaven." What did Jesus instruct Peter to do to pay the temple tax in Capernaum? Answer: catch a fish and find a coin in its mouth. In Matthew 17 verses 24 to 27, Jesus instructed Peter to go to the sea, cast a hook, and take the first fish that comes up. In its mouth, Peter would find a coin to pay the temple tax for both Jesus and himself. What did Jesus say about divorce when questioned by the Pharisees? Answer: it is only lawful for fornication. In Matthew 19 verse 9, Jesus states, "And I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication, and shall marry another, committeth adultery." What is the main lesson of the parable of the laborers in the vineyard as told by Jesus in Matthew 20? Answer: the last shall be first, and the first last. In the parable of the laborers in the vineyard, Jesus teaches that the kingdom of heaven is like a landowner who pays all his workers the same wage, regardless of how long they worked. This illustrates the principle that in God's kingdom, the last will be first, and the first last, emphasizing God's grace and generosity rather than human merit. Thank you for embarking on this biblical journey with us and participating in the Expert's Guide to Biblical Journey: 25 Questions on the Adventures of Jesus. We hope you enjoy testing your knowledge and delving into the wonders of the New Testament. Remember, the more you explore, the more you will uncover. Don't forget to share your thoughts, scores, and feedback in the comments below. If you enjoyed this quiz, Give it a thumbs up and share it with others who are passionate about diving deep into the scriptures. Hit subscribe for more enlightening quizzes and stay tuned for future adventures and revelations. Keep seeking, keep learning, and may your journey through the scriptures be filled with blessings and insights. Thank you for joining us on this quest, and until next time, happy exploring.